Welcome to a fresh episode, number 404 of the Genuine ScLoHo Media and Marketing Podcast. My name is Scott Howard, also known as ScLoHo. What is a ScLoHo? Well, it's a nickname that began as an email address, and it uses the first two letters of my first name, Scott, S-C, middle name, Lewis, L-O, and last name, Howard, H-O. That's S-C-L-O-H-O. And you mash them together, and you create the name ScLoHo. Like I said, it began as an email address, and then an online persona, and since 2017, this podcast, which is an ongoing collection of media, marketing, and personal insights. Each episode is usually less than 10 minutes long, including today's. This is the audio reading of an article that you can find at my website, scotthoward.me. Altogether, I published over 1,600 articles, and this one is titled, Enough of the Pushy Sales Tactics. I'm going to use this story about what I did recently and challenge you to apply the lessons to your life and business. This summer, I wanted to expand my connections, so I joined the New Haven Chamber of Commerce as a representative from mobile radio. New Haven, Indiana is a town next to my city of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I know several people there and decided it would be a good fit for me to get involved with. Turns out that there are both New Haven exclusive businesses that belong to the New Haven Chamber of Commerce, along with businesses that are partially located in New Haven, and some that are not New Haven at all. They're in Fort Wayne, but they want to support the New Haven business and residential communities. WOWO and our sister radio stations have our offices and studios in Fort Wayne, but with our signal and geographic proximity to New Haven, we're a good fit. Now, there's a couple of groups within the New Haven Chamber that I'm now involved with, and recently a member of one of those groups asked me if I would create an advertising package to draw our listeners to her new location this fall for her grand reopening. Now, I've known this business owner for nearly a couple of decades, even before she started this business of hers. So we set up a meeting, but I had a different agenda than what she was expecting. You see, she was expecting me to sell her radio ads. I wanted to help her with alternative ideas that would accomplish her end goal, which was to let people know that she was moving to a new location and drum up some more business. So I visited her new location before our meeting and confirmed the direction that I was going to point her in. You see, her business deals with health and healing, and she sees clients by appointment only so she can provide individual focused care to each person. She's grown her business at the old location for nearly about 18 years or so, and when she moves, there are a few changes taking place. First off, instead of being in the city, she's out in the country at an office situated with other similar health and healing professionals. And the building, it happens to be located on an organic farm. It's pretty peaceful out there. It's a great spot for the business for those of us who know her and what she does. But it's not a good location for hosting a bunch of strangers for an afternoon meet and greet with the intention of making brand new clients. So my advice was to switch from inviting strangers, also known as my radio listeners, to inviting friends. And by friends, what I mean is people who are already familiar with her business, and that includes past and current clients. As we talked, I pointed out how she can use her social media, which includes nearly 2,000 Facebook followers, and her email contacts to create the event with the results that she wanted, at a fraction of the cost that I would have to charge her to run ads on the radio. I also didn't believe that for her situation, an ad campaign on my radio station would produce the results that she was looking for. I'll be helping her with some ideas that she can implement for her grand reopening, like bring a buddy to her open house, and let those people who are already believers in what she does be her word-of-mouth marketers. So, here's the lesson to apply. Are you and your people in the always be closing mindset to the point of anyone that you see, you want to sell them something? I know way too many people in the media world that operate in that way. And it's not just my profession, it's everywhere. I get emails and social media messages from people who have no idea what I do or what I need that want to spend my money. It's a huge turnoff. There's advertising that does the same. They push products or services instead of what we really want, which is answers to our questions and solutions to our problems. Look, I've been working in the media and marketing in Fort Wayne full-time since 2003, and nearly always for radio stations, except for a couple of years. I took about a year working for a website development company and a year as a social media marketing guru for an international e-commerce company. Along with the radio ads, I've been involved with creating supporting campaigns with email, social, and numerous digital marketing tools. And for reference, my career in all of this began in the 1900s. That's weird to say these days. When I began as a teenage radio disc jockey and radio personality. But this isn't about me. It's about you. Think about these things we've talked about today. Hang on, one more thing about me. Only about 20% of the people that I talk to are paying customers. The rest of the people I talk to month after month are businesses that I mentioned earlier that I can help guide them to what's best for them. Now, back to you. Stop trying to sell to everybody all the time. Offer your expertise, and when the products and services you can sell them are a good fit, then offer to sell it to them. Now, if you're in my area of Northeast Indiana, which includes Fort Wayne and the town of New Haven, and would love to talk, hit me up and let's schedule a time to meet. Scott@WOWO.com is my email address. That's Scott@WOWO.com. If you have any questions about advertising or marketing that you don't know who to ask, feel free to ask me. Email me, Scott@WOWO.com. By the way, even though I'm recording this at the Federated Media Studios in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I work for WOWO Radio, and this is being promoted by my employer, everything that I say or write is strictly my own thoughts and not necessarily the opinions of Federated Media or any of their affiliations and or advertisers. Remember, feel free to drop me a note, Scott@WOWO.com.
Podcasts by Federated Media.